Welcome to the introductory video of wetalkisrael.org. I'm using my Hebrew name for this because I am actually Jewish. Yes, I'll show you my horns. I can only show you one horn because I'm holding the camera. There is a horn. Yeah, they're definitely both under there, under this big mop of hair. And you know, in my spare time I am counting up the money, because that's what I do as a Jew. In my other time I decided to create this daily podcast, wetalkisrael.org, and some video casts for you. And yeah, I've got the sea behind me. I am in the beautiful land of Israel. I've been living here for 9 months, and I spent 2 months in the UK recently. I've just come back, and I'm actually shocked as to how demonised Israel is in the West. And also, after speaking to lots of people, how little people actually know about this place and why it was created. And potted history, just for the intro video, is that there was thousands of years of Jewish persecution all over the world. Jews have been dispersed all over the world since they had been exiled from Israel a couple of thousand years ago. Yes, the Israelites. It's well documented that the tribe of the Israelites were exiled for the second time and ended up dispersed all over the world. And eventually, Theodor Herzl, in around the 1800s, just said, enough is enough. My people have been persecuted for thousands of years. We need a homeland where we can practice our culture and religion without being persecuted. That was Israel. And the British, who took it over from the Ottomans in the First World War, were helped by Jews. Jews fought for the British, and the British promised the land to the Jews when the mandate was up. The Arab population, who are actually living in the land at the time, protested to the Brits and threatened them, and the Brits were threatened with the fact that the whole Arab world would be against them if they gave Israel to the Jews. So the British came up with a partition plan. That partition plan is similar to what is the 67 borders today, except that originally they promised the Jews what is Transjordan now as well. They then ended up giving Jordan to the Hashemites because the Hashemites helped them fight. And so in the end, the partition land that we look at is about the size of Wales. The whole land, that includes the West Bank and Gaza and the whole of Israel, is about 8,022 square miles. And that's roughly the same size as Wales. Wales is about 8,000 square miles. So imagine we were starting now to talk about the partition of North and South Wales because of the fact that there were poor mining towns and there was high crime. So the best thing we could do is partition the 8,000 square mile land that is Wales. I'm not sure that people would be up for that in the UK, but this is part of the other problem with the issue of Israel, is that it is actually a land in the Middle East, and the Middle East behaves in a completely different way to the way that the West behaves. There's different cultures and different rules. And what I've been finding is that when people talk about the Middle East, they talk about it with their Western mindset and Western values, and that simply doesn't work. So I've decided that on a daily basis I'm going to be producing a podcast. I will be producing massive amounts of fish on a daily basis and somehow transporting them online. No, a daily podcast of about 10 to 15 minutes long. I'll be telling you about news that you don't know about, that is reported in the Middle East, that is not reported in the West. And I'll be talking, giving analysis, and inviting you to email wetalkisrael@gmail.com, wetalkisrael@gmail.com, to join the conversation. Please visit the website, please spread the word, wetalkisrael.org. And these daily podcasts are going to start on Monday the 7th of September, which is only days away. So, David Jitzhak here. I'll be joining you on Monday. Please tune in daily, download the podcast. I'll give you instructions on how to do that. They will be available from iTunes and all the normal places where you can get your podcasts. WeTalkIsrael.org. Spread the word, and I look forward to speaking to you next week.